Time to go get some water. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I think it's time to clean the filters. Perfectly clean water. That's my well water. Let's go ahead and knock this out. But before we do that, do me a favor, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. That way you know when you get a notification when I make a video like this one. All right, let's get busy. So the first thing I'll have to do is obviously let's take this off and we'll set that over there. We'll wash that later. And then the filters are inside. And then all I have to do is just pick this up just like this. I'm going to kind of lean it a little bit so I'll put my fingers over the holes because it's still trying to filter stuff out. I'm going to show you guys what this looks like on the inside. This is the stuff that comes out of my well. Obviously it's making perfectly clean water. I'll do a couple snapshots for you to show you what those look like on the inside. That's the clean stuff, guys. That's the stuff that's going in our bodies. That is good stuff. That's the stuff that's coming out of my well. Guess the filters are actually working. Pretty cool. All right, so the next thing you're supposed to do is, I could give this a quick rinse, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to take it apart. And the way we do this, we're just going to go ahead and dump out, the icky stuff, and that's okay. And then on the end, you just have these little wing nuts. I'm going to loosen them up. Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing. Put like halfway here so I can get my hand in there as well. Pop that filter out of there. Set that down inside. And then I think what we'll do, and these are the filters. These filters actually are the 9-inch filters. They actually fit inside of a Berkey. Hint, hint. They're about the third of the price of a Berkey. I'm actually pushing this into the filter, but you can see there's stuff coming off of it. So we're definitely going to give this a quick scrub and a flush. Turn this water on. For right now, we're going to set the filters to the side, and we're just going to give the water jug a quick rinse. There's really not a lot to this. Just get your hand in there. Rub off whatever kind of muck may be in it. Oddly enough, a question I get a lot is about algae growing inside of it, none of which does. Especially because it's next to a grow lamp, which is kind of weird. Now, I do have a fancier type of setup here. Try not to break this. Fancier setup than some people have on their sinks. And as you can see, the glass is not super heavy. There we go. And now basically we have a clean starting point. So we're going to take this out. And I'm just going to set it on top of a towel for now. I'm going to have a clean point to start with. In fact, what would probably be smart to do is actually dry the outside of it off, so that when I put these filters in, I can just go at it, I can just get busy. The other thing too is that it's going to be easier to handle when it's dry. So now we've got a great starting point for our water. The next thing we need to do is clean these filters. Now, the instructions say that you're supposed to just use a greenie. I got one right here. Use some water, and we're just going to run some water over the top of it. This is just regular old cold. This isn't even hot water. And we're just going to give it a quick, very light scrub to get some of this green stuff off of it. Whatever this is, it's nutrients from my well is what it comes down to. And basically give it a once over. As you can see, it's dirty on the outside. This is only the first part of cleaning the filter. These filters are rated for 10,000 gallons. Like with any other filter, at some point they will slow down, they will clog, and then all you have to do is clean them. We'll do the second one now. Going to get in there. Make sure we don't drop it. We don't want to break the filter. You can definitely break filters. Like I was saying, well, that's the bad news. The good news is that these filters are 1/3 the price of a Berkey filter. You basically save about $91 when you buy these filters. Now, if you already have a Berkey and you just want Berkey quality filters, and these are not Chinese knockoffs, guys, then then you probably want to take a look at this thing. I'll leave a link in the description, and you guys can be adults and figure out what you want to do with your money. Now, the next thing that I have to do, because my sink is a fancy sink, there's an adapter. Where's the adapter? There's the adapter. There's a little pressure adapter, and it's basically just a giant O-ring. And not even O-ring, but a spacer. And the idea is that this creates pressure around it if you were using a standard sink. If you had a standard sink, you just plug that in there, put your filter inside of it, and you'd be golden. But I don't have that, so what I have to do is I have to kind of disassemble my sink. I could take this out and put it on the spigot, but I think it loses its effect if I take this outside. So then all you do is you just place this right over the top of it, just like this. You put your water source on it. I'm going to try and get this so you guys can actually see this. It's actually, I need another set of hands because this thing moves. We're going to, if I can find something to put up underneath there, might have a better, oh, there we go. Let's put that cup right there. Press down on here, and I'm going to gently start to apply pressure. And you should be able to see how the filter is pushing. We're basically back flushing the filter. I'm making a little bit of a mess, and that's okay. But then and then that's done. Just like that. And that filter has been primed and backfilled. And then we're going to do that a second time. We're just going to put it on top of this cup. Once again, it'd be much easier if you had a regular faucet because you can just push upward pressure on it. But this is how I'm doing it today, because this is how it's going to work for me. Whoa there, buddy. As you can see, I applied just a little bit too much pressure. So we're just gonna, still am not getting the seal that I'm looking for. It's still working, it's just messy. Come on now. Maybe I pushed too hard on that seal. There we go, let's try that. And now we've got, and it doesn't take a lot of pressure. You should be able to see that the water is coming through the filter, and we're basically back flushing the filter. Like I said, it doesn't take a lot of pressure. Water's actually running out of the filter right now. Turn up the pressure just a little bit, just for, whoa! Good measure. All right, so now I have two primed and backfilled filters that are ready to be reinstalled, and so we're going to do that now. And all we have to do is take this like toe, put the filters back inside of it, just like that. They already have their rubber gaskets, seals. Put that on just barely hand tight, because the rubber on this is pretty good rubber. Oh look, it's full of water. Woohoo! That. We'll pop this other one inside of here. Here we go. I'm going to put that on there. And I'm going to give this top rubber grommet seal. It doesn't really do anything, but I'm going to give it a quick rinse, just to get that done. And then I'll zoom in so you guys can actually see how much cleaner it is on the inside now. But we'll put that back on after we put it back on the actual filtering body itself. Okay, so the next thing we do is we just put it right back on top of there, just like that. Sits right at the top. We're gonna put our ring back in there. And I guess next we need to put some water in it. And I keep a bucket of water right here, down on here, as a support for both the stand because of its weight and also the ability to put the water in it. So I guess I'll just put the water in it now. It is full of well water from outside. As you can see, I don't know, I can't do that without spilling it, but yeah, it's full of well water and it's got gook in it. Got lots of mineral deposits, things like that. Top back on it. A little towel I keep on top of it. And then all I got to do now is just clean this top back. As you can see, it is instantly starting to filter that water very rapidly. Now With a clean top, we just slip that on there, and voila, the water machine. All right, guys, as you can see, this is a real thing in the real world, doing real preparedness stuff for me. It's not sitting in my basement collecting dust. We know who you are. I actually use the products. I actually believe in the products. If you want to save some money, I have a code. There's a link in the description. Use local prepper, whatever code it shows up to be. You're going to save yourself a little money. The filters, guys, the filters are $91 cheaper than original Berkey filters. And there's a reason for that, because you're not being upsold a price for a filter. Yeah, they're made in the same factory. All right, guys, until the next time, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you. Don't forget that like and subscribe button. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.